JC Motors with dirt bike and ATV brake pads from EBC. At JC Motors, you can shop with confidence knowing that we offer no hassle returns, life returns, and even a damage replacement offer. Go to jcmotors.com and you'll find out all the details, and you'll understand why over 280,000 riders like yourself get the parts and gear from us. Today, we've got Gary with us from EBC Brakes USA to tell us about the dirt bike and ATV brake pads.
Hello, Gary Gallagher from EBC Brakes. I'm the U.S. Race and Tech Rep, and we're going to talk about off-road and ATV brake pads and the compounds EBC Brake offers to you, the customer. EBC Brakes is the world's largest motorcycle brake and rotor manufacturer. We have brake pads and various compounds and rotors for every dirt bike and every ATV out on the market. We're going to start with our compounds and choices of brake pads. Our base brake pad is an organic pad. It's the X pad, carbon fiber, carbon graphic compounding, and an organic pad is basically made in our UK factory over in England by taking a backing plate, taking the friction material and putting a form on it and pushing the material into the form, and then squeezed under light pressure and baked in an oven. Once that comes out, we put the pads on a metal table and skim them and cut them so they're uniform thickness and a nice fresh surface for easy bed in. And then we pull them out and put them through our powder coating to give you the red X coloring in the organic. The best benefit of the red X is in the rear application on some of these modern motocross bikes. The CRFs, the YZ and KXFs and RMZs that are out there now have very small rear brake pads for being lightweight and virtually no extra brake fluid. And there's problems when people are off-road riding or desert riding on their motocross bike, they overheat the rear brakes. The best pad for that solution is the red organic pad. Now, the benefit of a sintered pad, which we're going to talk about next, is that you're going to be direct replacement of the pads that come OEM from the manufacturers. A sintered pad, in this case the MXS, which stands for Motocross Sintered, is a copper backing plate, and this is made in our US factory, and we take a form that's a hardened form and we use copper, bronze, alloy materials under high pressure and make the friction biscuit or compact. The next step is we take those, place them on the copper backing plates, and under great temperature and pressure, we fuse or sinter the two pieces together for secure and complete bonding. The nice thing about the MXS pads is also they come with replacement brake pins that can wear, and sometimes as the calipers heat and cool, and you hit the water with a hot caliper, it tightens up on these pins. They're hard to get out sometimes, and as you're putting them in and out, they tend to wear the threads as well as wear the pads right. With the MXS pads, you get a replacement pin with every set, so that you just have a brand new pin to put in with the pads. All OEM motocross bike pads are sintered, so the MXS sintered pad from EBC is a direct OEM replacement. The next pad to talk about is our R pad. That's our mud and sand pad. If you're riding in a lot of mud and sand, you're going to be using the EBC Brakes sintered R pad. Again, same manufacturing technique in our US factory. Friction biscuit made separately under high pressure, copper backing plate, and then high pressure and temperature to fuse the two together for good bonding. And you'll notice that these are going to also be easy and less wear on the rotor than other brands of pads or the OEM pads. For you ATV riders, especially for rear application, you should not use an organic pad. You should use a long-lasting sintered pad. For the off-road riders, in bikes, we've got the R. For the ATVs, we have the severe duty, the SV pad. It has another 10 to 15% life over the R pad, and is intended for ATV use, so you'll find the SV compounds in ATV applications.
JC Motors welcomes all your questions. You can call us at 800-706-9476 or go to JC Motors Get Live Support, and you'll find out why JC Motors is where riders get deals.